So here I'm going to demonstrate the use case with Wisepops where you have two pop-ups that you want to communicate with each other. That can be useful in the case that you have a referee kind of program. Let's say the first pop-up is here to get the information from the referrer, and the second pop-up is here to get the information of the referee. So to do that, I created two pop-ups. The first pop-up is just getting the first name and the email from the referee, let's say, um, and then we want to, when this pop-up is done, when this pop-up is submitted, we want to show straight away the second one and get the data that has been filled in from the first pop-up and submit it all at once in the second pop-up. So in the first pop-up, I have just a simple sign-up block with two fields. I have no particular display rules. In this case, you can set your own display rules however you want. Then what we're going to do is create a JavaScript callback with the event after form submit. So that will trigger an event after the form has been submitted on the first pop-up. So what we want to do is here get the data that has been filled in by the user in the form and store it somewhere that we can get back in the second pop-up. So what I've done here is getting the values for the name, first name, and the value from the email from the pop-up. You can get more information about how it's done on our support page for the after form submit event. Then we're going to store those values in the Wisepop script like this. So I have set the name refer variable in Wisepops to be equal to the name value that I just got from the pop-up, and the same for the email refer value. It's going to be the same. To be able to launch the second pop-up straight away, it's going to be to fire a Wisepops event. So the event is going to be pop-up on form submit. This can be any name. It's just a name that I chose randomly, but when this line of code is going to get executed, it's going to trigger our second pop-up. At least that's what we want, because now, right now, it's not configured as so. So I applied the changes on the first pop-up. I'm going to the second one. On the second one, I'm going to go to edit. I'm going to go to display rules, and I'm going to go ahead and say that I only want the pop-up to display on custom events, and I'm going to put the name of the event that I just put here. It has to be the same for it to show properly. So and here also we have to be careful and say that the pop-up has to be displayed every page load, just to make sure that the pop-up is always displayed no matter what. So that will show our pop-up after we submit, but we still need to get the data that we put on the first pop-up. So here on the second pop-up form, I have added two hidden fields, and those two hidden fields can have a value, and the value of them is just going to be the name of the variable that we just put in here, but with those two characters before and after. So that's just going to say to Wisepops, just fill in the value of this field with the value that you have in your variables at this time. So I'm gonna put it so email refer as the email, and then first name refer also. So for the first name referrer, hidden value, it has the value of name referrer. Um, so that's the one that we just put here. And for the emails, also same thing, put those two characters before and after, and we can publish the changes. Now, if I try to test again, so I get asked with the first pop-up first, what's my first name, and then what's my email. And then straight away I get asked the other email. So I'm on the second pop-up already. I can put and there it is. We have successfully made two pop-ups, made them communicate with each other, and yep, that's it.